let's say for example an accident happens. Maybe let's say this is a trailer, this is a car, the thing just hit each other like this background. The person that will tell you the story, you know the way the person will tell you, now so the trailer they come like this, the car, it just do fear. If you see blood everywhere, you see Chineke go. Maybe the accident just happened like this, so they just touch each other. But the person telling the story will not elaborate it. See blood everywhere, 25 people. If you see her, man, even you, no matter how wicked, you say, wow, so this thing happen. Exactly how it is. But did the accident happen or not? Yes. Was it involving a trailer? Yes. Was it involving a car? Yes. Did they jam each other? Yes. But to what extent? So imagine we have two people. I told you, I'm not employing you, you go and everything. And then one person just asked me that, please man, I really need this job. Is there anything you want me to do that will make me get this job? Even if I'm a witch, even if I'm the most wicked person, the way that person said it, it's not like, see, it's not as if you want to do anything. It's not, okay, can you sweep? It's make me give that person option. But because I said, no, I'm not giving you the job, and then you just go. I think these people are human beings, and psychologically, as if you're dealing with them psychologically. So even if they tell you, or make sure that the reason you're stating is not going to limit your future ambition. Because when you make it too exactly, they can feel like, okay, that you could not cope with this thing with third class, how will you be able to cope in your masters? Don't give them that chance to ask that question. So like after reading your statement of purpose, they'll be able to say that, okay, this was the reason why you had this third class, but moving on, you actually be a better student. Don't make them have a question, like to ask question that, we understand it's pathetic, but with this condition, you cannot cope as an undergraduate. How will you now cope as a master's person? Don't tailor your statement of purpose like that. So, what was your reason for having third class or stopping at HND, and what was your reason? Really, I wanted to say nobody cares, but at least now you know that your school that you are intending to actually further actually cares. But this video is not to judge you to anything, because so many things might have actually happened while you were in school. This video is not even to encourage you either. This video is just to tell you what is next, the next step to take when you actually want to apply to further your education abroad. I'm sure that most of you have actually lost hope because you've applied to so many schools, it's not working, you're getting negative reply, you already lose hope that, okay, this third class is just there. I hope you've not done your certificates, because it's not the end of the world. So even if you have 2-1, 2-2, 2-TV, 2-4, 2-7, third class, fourth class, seventh class, lowest class, I've told you I have a good news for you. So before now, I've actually made mention of 8 verified countries that actually accept HND or third class students. So I created a special playlist for my HND and third class viewers. So make sure to click the link in the description box. So if you're just watching this, yes, this is the first one you should watch before you actually even choose the country you actually want to apply to. I just remember another tip now. So that's something. So sometimes I might say, in the beginning of my video, I might say, I'm talking about 5 tips to know. Before I finish the video, it's already 10. So beginning of this video, I said 13 things to do, and now it's already 15. So before the end of this video, it can be 20. So that's just for you to know that you are good man. Okay, so as I was saying, make sure to click the link in the description box to actually watch the videos on countries that actually accept HND or third class. So now let's dive right into it. So as I was asking, no wait, I'm not with you guys. Hey guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. This is okay, Ashley Demerson. Of course, you're watching Jackpot with Ashley Demerson, #1 immigration, for travel, for this, for everything related to immigration, visa. And as I told you, my channel is not only about visa admission process, it's also about tips that other channels don't give you, just like this. So if you know you've liked what you've heard so far, make sure to click the subscribe button, stay subscribed to my YouTube channel, because I have so many goodies for you guys, no matter the condition of your education. I also mean to go this way. You can. Anyways, let's get started. So as I was saying, what was your reason for having a second class? Sorry. So what was your reason for having a third class? Maybe it could be you had health issues. It could be money. It could be just like maybe youthful exuberance. Sometimes you just feel like it's not everybody that actually goes to school that actually starts school. Some people might still just feel like they're still enjoying life. So it may be after graduation that reality will actually just down on them that, wait, what did I just do with my life? So sometimes it's just like that. It's not everybody that really gets serious at the first stage of their life. Some realize what life is actually all about after like so many years of their life. Anyways, we don't have ourselves to blame, because even life happens with the best laid out plan. If only we knew our future, if only we knew what the future entails, everybody will just go directly to their future. We will not be doing like this. So many people study this particular course in school, and now they are CEOs of multi-millionaire companies. So if they knew they were going to be CEO, so why did they go to school? And funny enough, they might actually not even be using their certificate. They would have just gone directly to set up a business. So really, life happens even with the best laid out plan. So this is just me telling you, you have a third class. I don't want you to start saying, hey, start blaming yourself, regretting your actions or whatever. But if you know that you intentionally have that third class, so it's better you eat yourself. But if you know that you tried your best, or maybe you did not even try your best, but you did not even realize that, okay, you need education, you just went because your parents wanted you to go and everything, but now you actually know the impact of you having to have had a better result. Anyways, don't eat yourself too deep. So why I actually said this short story at first is because we will actually be needing this in our team. So the first tip on our list is developing a good personal statement or statement of purpose. See, I don't want to know the condition that you have. I don't want to know it. You see this one that I've just explained. So in your statement of purpose, statement or personal statement, SOP, I don't know which, depending on the country you're going, they have different names for it. Make a realistic and comprehensive explanation of what happened to you in school that you actually had a third class. Don't come and be writing SOP of I aspire to aspire, and when I was small, I've always had the motivation that I want to have masters in clinical. The world has gone past that. And guys, I don't want you to lie. Have a realistic explanation to why you actually have a third class. It could be that maybe when you were in third class, you had an health issues, so you could not cope with school, or maybe you had a sick parent, you had to leave school to stay with them. It could be finances, it could be money. It could be that, okay, you were doing a part-time work, you were selling something, going for night work, coming to school, so it was really tough on you. It could be that maybe the lecturer actually asked you out, and because of that, it's not good, and decided to fail you. It could be so many reasons, but regardless of the reason, make sure it is realistic, understandable, and relatable. Do you understand those three words that I used? Understandable, realistic, and not like you should come and be telling one story and then the person will be like, what's that? Like, let them, when they read your personal statement, let them read it that they should even say, I'm not saying you should lie, but even in your truth, pad it up. I'm not saying you should pad it up, but then make it look. Even if you are from Nigeria, they used to say Nigerians, they used to exaggerate. When something happens, let's say for example, an accident happens. Maybe let's say this is a trailer, this is a car. The thing just hit each other like this, background. The person that will tell you the story, you know the way the person will tell you, say, now so the trailer they come like this. The car, it just do fear. If you see blood everywhere, you see Chineke go. Maybe the accident just happened like this, so they just touch each other. But the person telling the story will not elaborate it. See blood everywhere, 25 people. If you see her, man, even you, no matter how wicked, you say, wow, so this thing happen. Exactly how it is. But did the accident happen or not? Yes. Was it involving a trailer? Yes. Was it involving a car? Yes. Did they jam each other? Yes. But to what extent? I don't care. So to what extent is that one that will make a lap of it? You will slash it like this, like. And you know, funny enough, you're actually applying to these white people. If not a black person now, you go say, okay, when I get stronger. These white people, they are very, very emotional. No matter what. When they read it, regardless of all these things, you still try it. You still came out of third class. Life is, nobody anybody just motivational talking. So forget perspire to aspire anything. Nobody they perspire to apply or stop speaking English. Stop saying you do not. Whatever happened, whatever your reasons were, see it, but make it look. Don't exaggerate too much. That's another thing. Don't like to exaggerate and be like this one is fake. Do like a sensible imagination. Like let it wild in them. Yeah. See guys, I told you and I've said it in my previous video. I currently stay in an estate. There are about 200 flats. Everybody here is married. I am the only single person in this estate in Nigeria. And the state that I am is this state that to rent ordinary self-con. Do you know self-contained that your room and bedroom will be inside the same compound? You have to call your father, your mother, your sister, your brothers, everybody to come and do guarantor for you. Guys, I got this house without a guarantor. Without no family member. Even when I wanted to get it, the woman was like, God forbid, she's not going to give anybody house without a guarantor, let alone somebody that is single. Guys, Shebi, this is me. I got this apartment without a guarantor. And that is why I keep saying in my video, life don't go past me, they speak English. Not like you speak English, but being professional. It's about negotiation. It's about talking. It's about like targeting the person's weak points. It's about, I have my reasons why I don't want to have any guarantor because I don't want anybody to know my house and everything. So I have used this method. It has worked for me for years. And that is why I'm making this video and telling you guys. Sometimes maybe when I want to go for training, even when I was in Russia and I was coming to Nigeria for training, some of my friends, they used to pay in the hospital for the hospital practice. But I used to come to Nigeria every year. I don't used to pay. To actually say that I did my hospital practice in Abuja. I did not pay one kobo. Why? Because I know how to explain myself, expatiate, drag it, forward it, put it like this, put it like this. So you have to know how to actually sell yourself, sell your condition. So if you know you actually have a special condition, you are SS, you are SS. My head is not putting. Like maybe if you have a special medical condition, that is could be all the reasons you can actually state. But make sure that the reason you're stating is not going to limit your future ambition. Because when you make it too exaggerated, they can feel like, okay, that you could not cope with this thing with third class, how will you be able to cope in your masters? Don't give them that chance to ask that question. So like after reading your statement of purpose, they'll be able to say that, okay, this was the reason why you had this third class, but moving on, you actually be a better student. Don't make them have a question, like to ask question that, we understand it's pathetic, but with this condition you cannot cope as an undergraduate. How will you now cope as a master's person? Don't tailor your statement of purpose like that. Just like, don't do it like, I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. Don't give them any reason. So even if you actually have a medical condition and then you are maybe in your statement, for example, you're actually SS. Yeah, you're actually SS and you feel like even with this SS thing that you've actually tried, your life has not been, those kind of motivational words that will touch them, that is actually why you have to study abroad, so that you'll be able to look for, to have access to more medical to have access to more medical treatment. I hope you understand. So if you're in Nigeria and you actually have SS, and you're actually saying, okay, with this SS you still struggled and you had a third class, tell them, after all those telling them why you actually have third class, so why you're actually applying abroad for your masters is because when you're actually outside the country, you have access to more medical treatment. And another reason you're applying is because some countries like Germany, like USA, like maybe Portugal, there are some countries that actually offer free health insurance for their students. Like they have health insurance. Even UK do it, but you have to pay. So that's one thing. So it's not all about you just applying alone. Know all this basic thing about the country. So tell them why you're actually applying is because their country, let's say you're applying to Germany, you see, because Germany actually have a free healthcare service. So you'll be able to get more adequate health treatment, which can enable you focus more on your education. Can you see that you've killed same bird with how many stones? You are trying to tell them how good their country is, how good their education is, how good you actually want to leave your country. Like, everything is just, I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. So that is how your statement of purpose should be. Don't go and be speaking I aspire to aspire. Nobody is aspiring and aspiring anything again. So relate everything together with the country, with the school, and again you relate it to their to the university you're applying to. Any university you pick, go on their website, read more about them, read about their class schedule, read about that. So even your statement of purpose, you can actually tailor it. Let's say maybe they used to start class by 2 p.m. or maybe they used to have part-time, or they say another reason is because your class starts by 2 p.m. So between 9 a.m. and this, you can go to the hospital, get treatment, or maybe you can rest. Or I tailor it. I don't know anybody's, but I'm just giving you the OT. You understand? So make sure you get information about the country, about the school itself. Add everything together and make the statement of hope. Let me know how they will not give you that admission. Let me know how they will not give you that admission. But as I told you, do not exaggerate. But not like you should exaggerate, but don't make it too fallacious. Like when somebody is you're alone, Pajo. I was fiancée. So another one is on our list is after applying and there is no response, make sure you keep applying. And as I told you in your CV or personal statement, don't write it like you're fighting with the admission person. You're not fighting with your professor. So make sure to keep contact. Don't just write, apply, and submit, and then you just wait and you don't get response, and that's it. Make sure to keep sending email. Not like keep sending email every day. Maybe like once in a week, once in 2 weeks, try to. Another one is try to establish a relationship between you and your admission officer, or between you and your professor. Like I tell you, these people, they are human being. It's not robot that is replying you. You can even start talking to them on WhatsApp, collect their WhatsApp number, establish an interpersonal relationship with them. Then you guys will start talking. If you're a very funny person, that's one thing that's really kept me going in life, is my ability to actually make people laugh. So if I actually want something for you, then my first target is trying to make you laugh. Just like when I wanted to get this house, the woman, her face was like this. All the jokes I was cracking, she was not laughing. I was like, all the this juju I do this way, you cannot feel me. So the time I actually now cracked the joke and she just smiled, I was like, that's it, I'm getting this apartment no matter what you do. So the first contact is trying to make the person smile. You are not seeing the person like, that's why I said you are not fighting with your admission person, you are not fighting with your admission officer, you don't have a beef. So don't make your CV too professional. Make it professional, but you know all those special professionalism that they know that okay, this is going to copy internet. Write your personal statement in a way that when they read it, you will feel like okay, you deserve a response. Don't just write it like you are applying and that's it. Write it in a way that you actually get a response from there. Even if you don't get a response, like when you actually check back, like it will actually facilitate. So even if you don't hear from them, so you can just, even your subsequent email, you can just tell them, you know that you did not get up to the required mark and moving on and that kind of thing. Like, is there any other thing you can actually do to actually boost your point? Accept it that you know that you did not get up to the point. Ask them, is there any other thing I can do? Even when you apply and they tell you it's not possible, it's not anything, ask them, okay, please, is there any other thing I can do to actually boost my chances, to actually boost my point of actually getting this job, of actually getting this course, because I actually need it. It's very peculiar to my life. I've always been like this. And sell yourself again. So imagine we have two people. I told you, I'm not employing you, you go and everything. And then one person just asked me that, please, man, I really need this job. Is there anything you want me to do that will make me get this job? Even if I'm a witch, even if I'm the most wicked person, the way that person said it, it's not like, see, it's not as if you want to do anything. It's not, okay, can you sleep? It's make me give that person an option. But because I said, no, I'm not giving you the job, and then you just go. I think these people are human beings. and psychologically, it's as if you're dealing with them psychologically. So even if they tell you no, or even if they not give you a course, tell them, is there anything I can do? Is there any any training I can do to actually boost my chances? Even before replying you, don't wait when you even get a negative reply. Maybe you submitted now, in the next 2 weeks, tell them you've not gotten a reply. That what's happening, you understand that the mark you have is not enough for this, but please, is there anything that they can make you do, like you can actually do to actually boost your chances? Talk like you are concerned. Don't just submit and go. Act like you're concerned. Follow up with them. And I told you, your admission person, you are not fighting. Follow up with them to know what is next, to like establish an interpersonal relationship with them. Just with them, commune with them, now, that kind of thing. Don't just say, like, I've been outside the country. The life of this professor, their life is not hard. It's Nigerians that can be saying, oh, you're talking to your professor like that, or in Africa, they'll say, how dare you talk to your madam like you don't have respect? Or Igbo people, they don't care. You can call them by their name. So it's easy to actually establish a relationship with them. Talk to them like they're your brother. And what you want in life, almost like you're actually begging or bargaining for it. You are not fighting. You're not in a competition. So don't just submit and go and be waiting for one miracle to happen. Follow up. Because you're not the only one applying. You are not the only one applying. You people are plenty. So imagine numbers of people applying and then you are the only one doing follow-up. What do you think? Even the day we not see your email, say, where is this Nigerian girl? Where is this Ghanaian boy that used to text me every day? Where is he first? Let me first see this thing. Even when you're actually even following up, say, is it not the school that will print your admission? You know that before they will even give you admission, they will have a round meeting. They will talk, okay, why should you accept this? It might even be don't fight for that. This one are my paddy, or like, you actually have, like, in as much as they want grades, they want somebody with first class and everything, but they will still consider other skills as well. You cannot just submit your document and just expect magic to happen. You never hear a response from them because you're not the only one. So keep close contact. Establish a relationship with them. Gist with them. Make them happy. Make them laugh. I tell you that most of this people, but make them laugh. Not like make them laugh, but at least say shooting words. Don't just go one professional way. Just like this one, no. Sometimes you just talk about general things. Tell your country. Like, you know how to do it. So now let's go to the next one. So the next one is asking yourself why. This one should actually be like the first one, but really I don't want to discourage anybody. The question is, depending on your reason for actually having a third class, ask yourself, you had a third class as an undergraduate. What's the assurance that you actually make it as a master's? But like I said, some people did not discover their self early. So many people discover their self late. Some people could be maybe when they were 25 or after their first degree, they just realize that, oh, I should have been serious. Oh, I should have done this. Oh, I should have not done this. Like I used to say, life happens even with the best laid out plan. If only we knew our future, we would have just gone directly. So ask yourself, there are some people that naturally, they are not academic people. Like they are not academic. Not everybody has the brain or capacity to actually understand school, understand book. So before you actually proceed on your career, furthering your education, and you actually have to ask yourself, is education actually for you? Do you actually want to proceed with this? So like, don't be like, after spending all those time and this, and then you get to master and you really cannot cope. Ask yourself these questions. I am not trying to discourage anybody. There are so many people that are successful even without education. At least you have one, even if it is third class. Ask yourself, can you further? Are you able to do it? But trust me, no matter how dumb you are, no matter how dull you are, if you actually determine, like, I really want to go to school, I really want to study, trust me, you will. Even your brain will. So most time when people say, their head no fit carry book, it's because it no dey their mind. I am saying it with this experience. If in day your mind say you won't study, you won't go to school, like, yes, I really want to be educated, I really want to further my study, like, you know it within yourself, then you can do the first one. So the next on our list is, let me take this. The next on our list is applying to less competitive school. Yeah, in as much as I've mentioned some schools for different countries that actually admit for OND and third class, make sure, even if you're not applying aside to those schools or whatnot, make sure don't ever apply to competitive school. Competitive schools, especially first class and everything, they really want to stay on the peak of their career. So of course they want just first class and second class. Like, you cannot come and spoil their barrel or their review. They want to go with only first class. Even before they consider second class, say, they would have considered all the first class nationwide. So don't go for a competitive school. But trust me, there's nothing God cannot do. You can. But even when you actually apply to a competitive school, just have your plan B. Don't have all your hope on it, because it's always like a very thin line. So the next on our list is less competitive countries. Just like the one I've mentioned, UK, US and everything. But some of these countries, depending on your personal statement, what your condition is and everything. So sometimes you might actually just look for all these maybe countries that are not so popular. You get, they're looking for immigrants and everything. Yeah, you might actually have better chances with them, because the countries that I mentioned as almost like the bim European countries. So you might actually still look for some countries that are not. Though I have this thing. Okay, out of the ones I've mentioned, you still see some countries that are not so competitive like that. So you can actually apply to them. So the next on our list is course. For example, you're undergraduate to study. I don't really know about other courses. I know more about medical all these things. So let me say, for example, you study nursing as a BSc and you had the third class, and then you want to go for your masters, and then you want to go do masters in nursing. Is it masters in nursing? I don't know. Or this, but what I'm trying to say is be flexible with your course. What you study in undergraduate is not compulsory. You should do it in your masters, especially because of your condition. So most times when you're applying, try to choose a very, very less competitive course. Very, very less. Just like in Nigeria, my country, when you're actually applying for, maybe after doing your admission, you want to apply for admission, some of the courses that are not competitive is like agric, fine arts. There's some courses that is not competitive that even when they give you, even when you apply, say, come over. Like, or maybe applying to even their language, this thing. So there are some courses like that is not competitive, that they will even be happy to even have you. Maybe they are just like 2 in a class or 3 in a class, something like that. So try to be flexible. Maybe after doing that master's for 1 year or 2, and you feel like your grade is okay, you can always migrate. Even when you get to the school, you can always change. But the first cocoa is leave your country first. You cannot be talking from afar. When you get there, you go and sit there, you go and talk to the director and this. They can even subject you to a 3-month course before you migrate to your favorite course, or maybe like a 6-month course, a 1-year course, or maybe they'll just put you on probation. You get, when you get there, you talk. See, sometimes even when they are sounding like this, when you get there, you can't negotiate with your mouth. So the first step is leaving your country first. So when you leave your country, when you get to where you are going, that was fair agree more. Is this one that I want you, or this thing? No, and you explain to them is negotiation, so they can just put you on condition. Okay, do this 3-month course. Okay, we'll give you a 3-month probation. If you can cope, we'll leave you. If you cannot, we'll change you. Anything like that. So then another one on our list, so that's 16, is migrating, training to is trying out different course paths, maybe like PGD. Okay, trying a different path like PG certificate, PGD, and PG certificate is postgraduate diploma, and the other one is postgraduate certificate. So most times if you apply for postgraduate diploma or postgraduate certificate, right, if you have a third class, they will actually admit you more. It's easier to actually admit you into these programs than somebody with a first class, because that is what this program is actually meant for people with low grades and HND. So it will actually give them the, I don't know the English, but you understand what I'm trying to say. Like, so if you actually have a third class or you have a HND and you actually apply for postgraduate diploma, postgraduate certificate, they will actually, you have an easier edge of getting admission than somebody with first class or with third class, because this is what the program is normally meant for. So make sure you subscribe to this channel, because I'll be bringing you countries that actually do this PGD or this PG certificate, and these courses can last for 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, depending on the country, depending on the issue and everything. So that's why I said make sure you subscribe to this channel. I have so many things coming for you guys that are HND or diploma, or third class. So the next on our list is applying for pre-masters. That pre-masters is somehow similar to P certificate, PG certificate or PG diploma, but it's somehow different. Like some countries like maybe UK or US, maybe when you apply and they feel like, okay, you still want to like maybe, and even if some competitive, for example, if I actually apply to maybe some competitive school, you can actually apply for their pre-masters. So you can do this 6-month course, 1-year course, depending on the duration before you actually cross to masters. And there's actually nothing wrong with that, because you're just it's someone like just to cover up for that your third class and to be sure that you can actually cope there. So that is another method. Then another one on our list is your English language proficiency. So most times, even when you're applying, you've written your personal statement. So another way, especially if you're somebody that maybe you just discovered who you are, and that way to actually prove to this school that okay, you can cope as a master's student is actually writing your English exam, IELTS, TOEFL and everything. So when you actually have a good score, a great score, you can actually add it to your statement of purpose to actually tell them that if it was not because of what happened in school, you would have been like a second class or a first class, and that is why you actually took this exam. Or just tell them like, see, now you took this exam, this English exam, you have 6.5 band, 7, 8, like that. Just incorporate it into it. So another one on the list is acquiring skills. This one, let me just join together. Acquiring skills and experience. After your HND, it's not for you to go and sit down at home and be waiting for what not and what not. Try to acquire as much skills as you can. After your HND, don't rush. You can take just 1 year off. Go for you can take 1 year off. You can take any course, or this vocational course, learning how to do install AC, depending on whatever you study. Like if you studied nursing, you can actually go to the hospital, do this training. I have a video teaching you guys how to actually get this training for free. If you do like an IT related course, you can learn how to do web development or this thing. If you did economics, you can just do your just try and develop your skills around whatever you studied. Just like try to like develop your skill. Like somebody asks you, even if they are not going to pay you salary, just like somebody in the hospitality, maybe you did hospitality and tourism in the university, you can actually work in the hotel. Yes, you can actually work in the hotel as a receptionist, as a distinct. You have experience as hospitality, anything. And trust me, this hospitality this is even wanted abroad. So you can just work anywhere. So even if they are not so paying you, you might really not choose that, okay, this is what I want, this is what I want. What you need is just the experience. If you study something relating to nutrition or anything, you can actually work in a eatery as a cook, as a distinct for 1 year, for 6 months, for anything. Like just make sure to gather as much experience as you can. So it's actually your experience that will actually pad up for your low score, for your low results. So you actually acquire experience, soft skills, hard skills, and make sure your make sure your soft skills is not all those common ones. I am this, I am that, like special soft skills that is actually particular to your course of study. So another one on our list is applying to numerous countries and applying to numerous schools. So don't just apply to one school and whatever, but like do I explain for that personal statement, make sure you actually read about the school before you apply. Don't just use one personal statement and just apply to everybody, because they are actually different. So make sure to read more about the school, read more about the country, then collide everything you read about them and put it inside the personal statement. This is you linking how the country will be a benefit to you, how the school will be a benefit to you, and how it's going to like be a benefit for the course you actually want to study. And the essence of like, if they give you this course, how it's going to help your life, career, and your contribution to their country. So you are just interlinking all of them together. So don't just talk about why you want to study this course. You know, in fact, everybody likes it when you actually hype their country, that kind of thing. So don't just hype it like, you know, your country is good. Say it indirectly. Hype it. I've told you an example of them offering free health service, like if you have health issues or anything, or you can even say maybe like Germany, they are the producer of cars. I don't know, I'm not sure. I'm just saying example. Let's say Germany is the producer of cars, and then you want to do masters in automobile, for example. So tell them how it will actually help you, like you will actually be a dealer sending these cars to other countries because their country is the depot for cars. And you understand? Just elaborate it, because you cannot say you want to go and study something in a country and then how is it abundance? Why didn't you pick another country? So your personal statement is more like telling them why you didn't pick another country, or why you actually chose that particular school, why you did not choose any other school. So you have to talk about the peculiarity, what is special in that school, what is special in that country, why you chose that country, and then how it will actually help you, help your course, help your career. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. Anyways, so all that being said, and then the last on our list is actually applying for work. So in case you try all of this, or even while you're still trying this, you can actually still apply for work in the country. Like some of the countries I mentioned, some of them have list of what's it called, shortage occupation list. So you can actually apply for their shortage occupation list and blah blah blah. So if you can get there, and you can actually still apply for one that is not relating to your course. Like UK, you can apply for healthcare regardless of whichever way you studied or anything. You can apply for healthcare, you can apply for anything. Even in the shortage of occupation leave, for a healthcare assistant, you don't need to have a health background. Like I have so many videos on that. Just click the link in the description box. So this is just me saying like having an option. So either you apply for your masters or you start applying for work. At least when you get there, it's easy for you to actually like. So even if it's the work that you get first, at least it will help with work experience. If you get the masters, fine. So guys, I hope with this people. So that will be all for today. So make sure you click the link in the description box to follow up on my healthcare, my HND and third class video. So guys, I hope with this point of mine, I've been able to actually encourage somebody, ginger somebody on how to actually apply for their masters regardless of having third class or HND. So guys, I really love to hear from all of you, and I really would and wish success to every one of you, and I wish you guys all the very best. I can't wait to actually hear from you and share your success story with me. So guys, if you like and enjoy this video, make sure you click the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, and bye.